I ventured to Horsham, where we're going to catch up with one of Victoria's leading jockeys, and this year's leading jockey in terms of the most wins in Victoria, Dean Yendall. So we'll wander into Dean's Horsham home and we'll have a chat to the lad about what a great year he's obviously had, and also just a little bit about his career. Just showing where you hit it, going down into the Wimmera River. Whoa! Dino!
Hit that ball out.
Welcome to ATB-TV for this week, and special guest this week, following on from Michelle Payne last week, is Dean Yendall. Welcome, Dino.
Thanks, Pete.
Now we'll, as we go through what we've got runners and results and all that, we're going to touch on your career.
Yep.
It winds back a few years, back to 1990 when you started, mate.
That's it.
Ken Sweeney was your master.
My guts, yep.
4 years there. You had your first ride.
Roughly 4 years, and then ventured to Kilmore for 12 months or so. Peter Gray, and then he shifted to ARA.
Yeah, Pete Gray, for all you that may not be aware, is the clerk of the course around the Wimmera area, and great bloke, Pete.
Yep.
You had a bit of success with Pete.
Yeah, I did. He had a few winners, which was good, obviously, for a training.
Yeah. And just back to Ken Sweeney, obviously your first ride, May of 1990, your horse was a Cage Flash.
Yeah, that was him, yeah.
And then you had a winner, a horse called Leinster. That was your first winner a month later. So.
Yep.
How many rides from first ride?
I think it was about 5.
So not too bad.
Yeah.
And then you've clocked up about 2,000 winners since.
Yeah, ticked them over.
It's not a bad effort. And guys, if you just look at the stats, I'm going to get a loan off Dino at the end of the day. I know the racing.com stats aren't up to mark, but it tells me here that there's about $36 million earned in prize money. Now, Mr. Taxman probably gets a little touch of that.
Just a wee bit.
There's probably enough there to tap you on the shoulder for enough for a house or two.
We're keeps saying that.
You must own half a Horsham.
I wish.
No, look, they're incredible figures. I think the last 10 years I can just see here, there's bottom line 103 winners, right out to this year, which is your best year, your PB year of 163 winners with another 10 days to go.
Yep, obviously try to add that, see where we go.
Yeah, and the strike rate of 19%, which is incredible, one in 5.
It's okay, yeah. Day talking with Peter, and then we'll come play with you, okay?
I like Puss in Boots, Dad.
Yeah, I like Puss in Boots. I like Puss better than Boots, though. She wouldn't understand that.
We might leave that unedited. And obviously of those winners, Dean, 1 in 5, a lot of those are with Darren Weir, and happily for ATB, a dozen or 15 of those for us this year, so it's not a bad little trainer to have on your side, and Darren Weir obviously with his successful year as well.
Yeah, no doubt. Obviously I've had a heap of rides for Darren, and obviously happy to ride for him as well.
Yep. A few more opportunities in town coming your way, which would be obviously a bit of a bugbear over the journey.
Yeah, which is good, but obviously we've got to put the yards in now.
Yeah.
He's got some crazy amount of horses now. Obviously, I asked him last week, I said, how many you work? And he said, a couple hundred.
Which is right.
Which is probably more than a couple hundred, I reckon.
Well, I think last Monday, Tuesday, split in 2 days. It was like 150 went around either Gallop or trial.
Crazy.
And then, that was probably only half of them. So there's a slight irk that you don't get more rides in the city, or is it just the way you've set yourself up, being a Horsham boy? Obviously, you get used a lot in the country.
Yeah.
It must sort of, like I said, irk you a little bit. You don't get more rides or more opportunities.
It does get a bit irritating at times, obviously. I am at the moment doing a lot of work for Darren now, a lot more now than I have been, and he's repaying me that.
Yeah.
Now he's giving me some city rides.
Yeah.
Whereas 12 months ago, they sort of just think basically I'm a country rider. They'll just put me on the bush and give me the odd spin around town when it suits. But you know, I don't see myself as a full-on just country.
No.
I might live out in the country. It's just a postcode to me, but. I do have a 3008 postcode down in Melbourne. If they look at that one, I could be a city jockey.
And I think highlighting that point, obviously, a couple of years ago, Guy Waterhouse, Wangin and the Cox Plate,
Yep.
you had Newad in the Saab, winning on it, and then finishing top 10 in the Melbourne Cup.
Yep.
So
Correct.
those guys are not going to put you on if you think you're not going to get the job done. So.
No, exactly. And obviously, and being natural lightweight, you're getting a bit more opportunities on those lighter weight horses. And yeah, obviously, as you said, Gay was happy to put me on, and there's another one coming up. We're trying to get our backs on Van Dyke's horse. Can't remember its name off the top of my head. It's only 3-year-old in Cox Plate. It's going to have lightweight on its back, and probably not far off being on its back.
Beautiful. Yeah, so we went back to the Peter Gray days, and then obviously, eventually, as we sit here in Horsham, you made a move to, you know, we've skipped a few years here, but you've made a move to Horsham, and you've made this your base for the last 15 or 16 years?
Yeah, I have. It's a good spot.
Yep.
Horsham's still going forward. There's plenty going up. It is a good spot. Great golf course, good house, great wife.
As we've just seen on the vision, the golf's one of your hobbies, as is Jigsaw's here right in front of you too, mate. That's a
Game of Thrones, and it's one of our favourite shows, along with our new show we started watching, Vikings, on Netflix. So
I can understand this as a bit of a letdown from the pressures of race riding, but golf, that must just seem to bananas, huh? It does move.
A bit of practice obviously helps.
Hard. Get it. You have to put up with the dog.
I got licked to death by the dog.
And the cat's chasing the dog. So, yeah.
This is just not a normal golf green here, folks.
Hey.
I can see there's a few obstacles here, Dino. Just trying to putt.
Bit of concentration going on there.
The Masters,
Right up.
the Masters has got nothing on this. There was $20 riding on this one, wasn't there?
Make it 30.
30. Oh, just 30 up. Double off. Handicap.
7 at the moment. Been blowing out. I haven't been playing a lot. Obviously, the weather's been terrible.
It's amongst the brotherhood or the jockey fraternity. Quite a few play golf, or not really?
Not as much as you thought. A lot of them don't play now. I don't know why. I just don't think the time.
Well, I was going to say it's pretty well 24/7 racing now.
Yeah.
So if you go back 10, well, you had to go back a fair while. The days off, I suppose, are leisurely more with golf.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good.
A lot of them did play golf back in the day. Obviously, there's only probably 2 or 3 meetings a week.
Yeah.
Just Saturday and midweek.
Yep. Just swinging into a few ATB horses. Obviously, you rode a dozen or 13 winners this year. It's probably 50 or 60 across the board. Probably Exerius time back 5 or 6 years ago was when we were using it the most.
We had a feed that night at one of the pubs there.
That's right.
Yeah.
It was a good celebration.
Good catch up.
Darren Dance was fairly excited. Exerius, we never probably seen the potential of the horse because he did have feed issues, and he's no longer with us now because of that laminitis. But
that's right.
You won the sprint double at the Wongoom and the Topaz, and I think Pug Maloney might have won the Group 3 on him at Adelaide.
That's right.
I'm not sure why he weren't riding there.
Yeah.
Suspended? No.
Could have been or elsewhere. There's
Shiny Buttons. Oh, of course, he was a good country cup horse.
Yeah, right in the barrel. I think they were 2nd or 3rd on him in the Warrnambool Cup there a while ago.
Might be a good chance actually. I might just roll into ATB's runners this week because we've got a couple you are going to be on. Quickly, just last week, guys, we had Broadway first at Echuca. Basically got bombed. It was fairly heavy up there. Johnny Allen rode him, said he travelled nice. We knew he was underdone going into the race, and that bed fruit sort of in the last couple of hundred. Second up, don't you won on him at Yendall? He's a horse with a bit of ability.
Yeah, I've been down the road a couple of times.
Yeah.
And been scratched from bad gates. And so what?
And he's had 2 now, so if we can just find the right conditions, he's a horse to look to going forward.
Yep.
Yesterday we had, not yesterday, Tuesday we had Spazons run 8th at Pakenham. Look, she's at the crossroads, but it was interesting when Ben Mallon got off. We've never tried her over 2,000, and he suggested we give her a go. She actually is in the sales, but we've got time to get her to a 2,000 metre race at Warrnambool in a fortnight, so Dean, you might get a job there, but at Warrnambool, if you can punch her over the line, it might save her from being sold.
It's at Matthews, isn't it?
Yes, well, I'm pretty sure you
put the polish on it there.
Yeah, you may have won on it, I'm not sure.
Yeah, possibly, I remember the horse's name.
Yep. Yesterday we had Sandan called off. We had My Obsession that you had one on at Ararat. She didn't get to have her first up run after a 6-month break with injury, so we waited another day with her. Interesting Sandan day. That was just, I think they were victim of circumstances with a real good week, and then it rained yesterday morning.
Yeah, it was surprising to see the track put up as a good 4 3 days out from the races.
Yeah.
And obviously I didn't have a ride till 3:30. I actually got there and spoke to Peter Ellis, had a quick look at the track. It did look a bit skaty because obviously the track was firm on the foot, on the base. Grass was longish, and obviously that bit of rain there, the moisture didn't drain into the ground. It just sat on top in the grass and made like a skating run.
And I think a few was coming down that hill was
the obviously that's the worst part of it, coming into the straight. The straight.
Anyway, that was unfortunate. She never got to run, but I think the wise call was made. Looking at the way Craig Williams' horse dipped and it led, I mean, it could have been carnage, would have come down. So we move into next week. That's the only runners we had, so we were a bit light on and with no results. But this weekend we go straight to Saturday, Dean. And you're on Firehouse Rock. Now, he's got all the ability in the world, but I'm not sure he brings it to game day all the time. And Weary's tried a lot of different things with over logs. He's had hurdle schools. He's actually ran okay his last 2. I think 4th at Flemington, where you are on Saturday, and he was 2nd at Sale the other day. You've drawn gate 1, probably the best thing, because if you can get a smother up and produce him late, I reckon that's how you might be able to get him across the line. I reckon if you do, mate, if you reckon Dan's carried you around in the Wangoon 5 year ago, you might get leg lifted off by a lot of owners because they've been waiting a while for him to win. So hopefully you can get the job done there, mate. Sunday we've got Rani Meteor, and you're on him as well.
Right.
And he's another one that's about 14 months out of the winner's circle, but you have won on him twice.
Yes, early days.
Yeah, I think it might have been Donald and one of the carnival meets at Warrnambool, so you probably haven't been on him for a while.
No, a fair while actually.
Because Damien Thornton hogged the saddle there for a while.
Yeah, I think Damien's nearly his #1 rider at the moment.
Yes, but anyway, you're on, so...
Yeah, just going through back his form, that horse, I actually beat him Tillabella Rings. There you go.
Yeah, did too. No, there's not much in it. Yeah, that's right. Well, hopefully in reverse this weekend you can beat something else by nose. Rani Meteor, like I said, he's a sprinter that needs the track probably 7, 8 and worse.
Yep.
We're possibly going to get that at Bendigo. There's a bit of rain forecast prior. Barrier 7 in the field at 9. It looks a wet race. So if you can get the job done there, Dean, there'll be a lot of happy owners as well.
No doubt.
Himagee Joe, you're probably on her at Monday. I haven't seen the fields yet.
Okay, no, I'm just trying to have a quick look through them. And
we're working as we go here, guys.
So they're a bit slow to come out.
You rode her at Matoa, and it was a stinker every day there.
Down on her, yeah.
Yep, and she will be better for that run.
Yeah,
but it's still only 1,200 metres.
Didn't have the best of rides, but anyway.
Yeah, did you hear that, guys? The jockey just saying it's not the best of rides, so mark that one down. But she's going to be a horse that's going to be better in time and out over a trip. So, you know, with 1,200 at Swan Hill, we'll probably ride her a bit quieter, and she can hopefully work home down that big straight.
Right.
Tuesday, Pakenham escaped the rain. Talking about horse at the crossroads. This girl's been given another chance. She'll have blinkers on. She goes to Pakenham, fillies and mares benchmark 58 over 1,400. Where is schooled her and what the shades go on. So there's no performance here. I'm afraid Poncho, as they know in the stables, might be heading out of the stables. So good luck there, guys. I don't know anymore. I know we've got Sonata trials which we'll be going to next Tuesday, and then there's Mortlake trials on the Wednesday. So from an ATB point of view, that's it. There was no winners last week. We've probably got 2 good chances out of the 4. We're actually on 49 winners for the year.
Rightio.
So there's another reason the boss will be happy if you can find our 50th. We had 69 last year, so we're a little bit off the pace, but
Tipping you might be struggling to get
Tayu won about 10 last season, so that helped the figures a bit. But anyway, if we can get one of those 2, or if not all, or 3 or 4 up, we'll make the boss happy, and everyone will be smiling around the ATB camp.
Good effort.
We'll cut from there. The next part of your stage of your riding career and family life, we'll dive into, Dean.
Righto.
One of Dean's big hobbies is golf, outside racing, and as you can see, he's got the perfect backyard lawn. One that I'll be looking at getting done, swimming pool, with all the lawn, fake turf, and a putting surface. Absolutely perfect. Alright Dino, as I mentioned, we've skipped through the first 15 years of your riding career pretty quickly. You ventured to Horsham. What brought you to Horsham, where we are now?
Bloke, don't know if you remember him, he would, Dallas Rentoul sort of spoke to him one day at the races and suggested make a move over this way and come and ride for Barbara Marshman and Paul Perushka, and sort of went from there. And along the journey, a young lady come and tampered a wild beast, I heard. Tamed a wild beast.
What did I say? Tampered it. And along the way, a young lady come and tamed a wild beast.
Yeah.
We're all mad young when we were 22 or 3, but obviously you met Christine and along the way, and now obviously a little family with Mia here.
Yes, got this little one going. She's pretty switched on. Know how to draw, write.
She's just going to alter your stats a little bit.
Know how to count. Can you count to 10 for Peter on the video?
Do you want to come over here, Mum?
Can you count? No?
We'll just roll it. Christine, obviously in your own right you're a jockey and more than capable one, and you ride a lot in this area, the Horsham and southeast South Australian area, and you've been riding for 25, 26 years yourself?
Not quite as long as Dean.
Not as long as Dean?
My first ride was November 91.
November 91, Mick Dean was the year before.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know, I checked out the racing.com stats. It says 500 odd winners. Would that be about right?
Yeah, would be about right.
Yep.
It's sort of alright until you compare it to Dean's.
Well, you don't compare it to Dean's.
Hard when they live in the same house.
Share the same jockey manager,
Yes.
Ron Kavanagh, so obviously that all works in nicely.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good.
Yeah. We might just delve in a little bit personally here. So how did all the proposal come about, or how did you meet, or where? I suppose you met at a bloody racetrack.
Oh, it was Dallas Rentoul. He kept telling me he's not that bad a person, Christine. Just got to get to know him, Christine. It's not that bad a person. I had a lot of other things to say, but anyway, he persisted and...
Down on one knee?
Well, he did, yeah, actually, in the end.
Jeez.
Yeah. Valentine's Day it was.
Valentine's Day.
We're on the way to Flemington.
Watch out.
It was,
We were actually, I think we were heading around the holiday as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I was too silly. Dean had bought me a gift to go to Queensland for Christmas, and my old friends all said, oh, he'll propose. I said, don't be silly. Unbeknown to me, he did. So we went to Flemington, races that day, and Queensland that night.
Beautiful. And married on
June 16th.
June 16th,
2004.
Easter.
So last Saturday, 12 years.
So you're 12 years into your life sentence.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Very good. And obviously little Mia's come along just over 2.5, Mia is.
2.5.
2.5.
So how does that change? Obviously, jockey's lifestyle is fairly hectic at the best of times, let alone when the jockeys are a couple. How'd that alter the routine?
Well,
all for the good, obviously, with beautiful little Mia. But
she's not that hard. Obviously, when both of us have got races, it's difficult. Where obviously we've got to ring up Nanny or Christine's mum to ask to her. She loves having her out there, and she's got her niece, nephew little cousins out there she loves playing with and interacts with them all, and she's pretty good.
And loves horses.
Unfortunately, yes.
So, big question when she's able.
Well, we're not going to push her now. I think it's going to be a bit hard not to. With ourselves, both ourselves being jockeys and riding horses and whatnot. There's been Peter Gray asking, telling us, we've got these ponies for you, we've got these ponies for you, come and pick them up.
Right.
Yeah, no worries, mate, we'll just put them in the backyard.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't get much grass, mate, with all that synthetic cutting and stuff out there.
Zero.
How did Mum feel about that, Christine?
Well, my parents told me I wasn't allowed to be a jockey, so...
You got through that early.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter if they tell you not to or to, you'll do whatever you want. So I'm just hoping she's healthy, happy, whatever she does.
Exactly.
If she's half as happy as we are at what we do, I'll be happy.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just touching on that, and obviously it's a dangerous job. So many jobs have an ambulance following around. You both had, don't you? I think we were just talking about you're going to ride dolphins.
That's enough.
That's part of family life. You're going to ride dolphins down in 2009 or 3 Melbourne Cup. Serious injury, a broken leg. Would that be the worst of injuries along the way for yourself?
Yeah, late, obviously in the past 10 years, broken thing. Collarbones and nothing basically. They heal pretty well.
Smashed up against the gate today up the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, ribs.
Ribs are actually just starting to come. One day at Launceston there, I broke both my wrists and my collarbone at the same time, which was a bit of a bastard. But then as a kid, I broke my jaw and lost a few teeth.
Been used to them, without them for a few years.
Yeah, so
Yourself, Chrissy, you've had a few big bills, obviously.
Yeah, I've had my fair share.
How's it go when have you ridden in a race where either of you fell?
both a few times.
Yeah, that would be. And you know when either of you fell?
Well, you get an idea when you sort of look back when you know there's a fall.
Yeah, was there a time at Stall or somewhere? And that was you, Christine, that fell, and you were...
What's up?
You were doing, obviously, just rode straight to Christine.
Yeah, I was actually on one of Posty's horses that day and I galloped it back quicker than I did come down the straight.
Might need the run.
But I ran over him at our rat.
Oh, righto. Jeez,
Monday, his cousin put him on the deck and I ran over him.
Jeez, Russell thought the world was against it. What did I do wrong with the family? Yeah. But I mean, all seriousness, like that would be a horrible thought. You've gone past, you know Christine's on the deck.
Yeah, it's pretty...
What injuries that day, Christine, at Stall?
Oh, that day I was pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Probably concussion and a broken bone in the hand, that was it.
So Dean gets back and sees you've got a broken arm and you're sort of half out of it and goes, beauty, you're right.
Yeah, well, I could talk to him that day straight away, but no, that day was good, but...
There was one day that I didn't ride you at Swan Hill and you broke your collarbone up.
That's right.
Yeah. Fetch you.
Yeah.
He was home actually in Horsham that day. But,
right, yeah.
No, touchwood racing, I've been pretty lucky.
Yeah.
My injuries have occurred track work. Or one was on the way to the gates.
So that's a thing people don't appreciate, I suppose, that we see the TV, we see the races, but you probably ride horses more outside racing.
Yes.
With track work, etc. So there's more chance of any injuries being away from the racetrack.
And my worst ones were definitely, a complete reconstruction to one knee on the way to the gate.
Yep.
Still rode the race somehow, don't know.
Yep.
I didn't know what was wrong. And then fractured T12 at track work.
Yep.
So, and fractured collarbone, arm and hip, all in one fall track work. So, otherwise, race work.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah.
I suppose it comes to question too. I mean, obviously with little Mia, I don't know, there's other little Mias in the planning, but you know, how long do you ride for? Is it just something? Is it something you even think about at this stage?
It's basically something with us, but because we're going to be lightweight, we're not going to have that problem with being related to life in that respect. So it's basically your body, whatever your body's having.
And I suppose it's just the passion for keep on doing it.
And that too, you get the craps with it.
Which
I think the day that we're not happy doing what we do, we'll both give up.
I think you found too. How long? You didn't have long off with me, did you?
No, it was about 6 months race riding, but I've been back. I started riding a horse again at a month after I had her.
Yeah.
But I just couldn't give it up.
Yeah.
I still can't.
And once you got back, you realised how much it missed it too, didn't you?
Yeah. I realised how much
Yeah.
I love it because I can't get out there every day.
Yeah. And it would be your riding that's taken back a little bit since Me's been around, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the way country racing is going
Yeah.
because I find they're not racing as often our way anyway.
Yep.
So it's a lot more track work, and if you have to travel, well, that's when I have a lot more issues.
Yeah.
Like, is it worth going all that way for just one?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, look, we've crossed a few little bridges. It's just good to get both of you here.
Yours too.
I think, I think for everyone out there, all the ATB followers and racing followers, that jockeys are just normal people. They've family lives. They've probably got a bit more hectic life than a lot of us.
Yep.
Obviously, a lot more dangerous life. But thanks for your time, guys.
Yep, no worries.
I'm just going to finish off with a few little. There's Dean draws a horse. As you can see
There you go, man. Is that Hob?
Finish off with a few little questions here. It's a bit like Chris Simons' Dirty Dozen.
Oh, okay.
And we'll just roll in. Chrissy, you can stay here and help you with some of the answers.
Me's gonna catch
What do
up
you
with
do in your downtime?
Hang on a minute, I'm going to answer this. If it's a nice day of golf, if not, not much. He sits on the couch.
Dean did that without moving his lips.
Yeah.
Any other sport interests?
I don't mind the old fishing, but I'm not very good at it. I'm sort of cursed, I reckon, when it comes to it.
Dirty Bomber supporter too.
Oh, well.
Favourite holiday destination? Any of you guys do like travelling?
We do when we get a chance to. We went to Fiji not long ago and loved it. I'm thinking we'll be back there sooner than later.
Little Mia went for that trip as well.
She loved it. Loved pretty much every time of it. It was just fantastic over there. Everybody over there is happy to help you out.
Yep. Like your ears, Christine, in case the answer's not what you want to hear. What celebrity would you like to have dinner with?
I've never really thought of that one, Pete. So
well, I can't ask the next one because I'm going to ask what meal would you cook for his
chocolate pudding.
The whip rule.
Load of crap.
Right. Have you got any race day superstitions? The old red jocks?
Obviously I like red, just to use a lot of red, black. Sometimes they're not like it. I like to wear my bracelet and necklaces when I ride, and
so that'd be things that
just like good luck sort of things. And the other day there, I think it was I went road track down at Weary's on the Friday morning and forgot to take when I went to Geelong, and I actually rode a winner, so that's a lot of crap.
What did you want to do growing up?
Well, I never really had a goal of what I wanted to do, but obviously my uncle used to ride as a quarter horse jockey and sort of got pushed that direction.
From that way?
Yeah.
Any phobias?
No, not really. Nothing really scares me, nothing really worries me.
Favourite movie?
I don't really have it. I just like all Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah. What's the worst part about being a jockey?
Probably just the driving part of it. I hate it.
We never touched.
The travelling is the worst part of everything. I'm not a big fan of track work, but do it because you have to, basically.
Yeah. Just put a figure on your kilometres too. I was going to touch on that before. A year.
Yeah, look, it's between 80 and 100,000 euros that we use in 2 months. There you are, share. Where's it gone? Way too far. Lipped out.
Jeez. Precious got to him.
Gone from worst.
Yeah. Worst to absolute. As Kaji comes in, a little bit of
Takes
assistance.
behind.
A little bit of assistance from Kaji the dog. Here's Dean tries to drop this for the green jacket.
Get out of the way, Harry. That's it. Ah!
There's some vicious
breaks, get in.
Vicious breaks. You going to try another angle? Or are you determined to get that now?
Determined?
Yeah.
I'll get it this time.
Punting for the green jacket. The Horsham Masters. Needs to sink it.
Gotta aim for the 29B on your camera.
At 50 goes, you should have it worked out. Oh, it just won't come back. Looking good. No.
Oh, come on!
Bit of left to right to left to right to left to right on this putt. Oh no, it's in the hole! It's in the hole! It's in the hole! Cards, get out of it! Take two.